Welcome to the Tom Style Show. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm super excited. This is crazy. You know, I don't know much about fashion, but I have appreciation for fashion. And today, I'm so honored to meet Sarah Mattis. She's the founder of Deco Denim. Now, Deco Denim, you're like, okay, that's another fashion house, fashion brand. No. That's just a little. It's a fashion, but it's sustainable. She is focused on ethical production. She's focused on size inclusivity. Wow, I'm like, wow. And it's also gender fluid. You know, so I have a lot of questions. I got to figure out what these things are, how it's made, how it's ethical, and all that. But you know, she's very thoughtful in her production, very thoughtful from the beginning till the end until it gets to the customer. And she's also very price conscious. So, you know, this is, you're getting like an unbelievable deal, but I got to figure out what type of deal it is. So we're going to talk to Sarah. Sarah, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Now, Sarah, please tell us, what is Deco Denim?
Deco Denim is a brand that is out of a love of denim, first off, hence the name Deco Denim. And Deco out of my fascination with Art Deco, and specifically the Art Deco architecture that is spattered around San Francisco. And so it just sounded good together. Yeah. You know, truth be told, there's no Art Deco flourishes or anything within the designs itself, but it just sounded good. So I went with it.
It does sound good. And you were an artist, right? So you also went to art school.
Did, yeah.
Wow, so you are all your life focused in art and fashion. So now, is there a blend there, art and fashion, or?
I mean, to call me an artist, I mean, sure, there is an art to fashion design, but I don't, I'll be truthful in that I'm not spending my weekends painting or anything like that. I have a very big appreciation for art, but yeah, fashion design is about as far as my, art education went. So, yeah, yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, okay, fashion design. Now, before you got to this company, so you also worked as a fashion designer for a bunch of denim companies, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, my first foray into fashion design was I interned at Gwen Stefani's clothing brand called Lamb. My junior year, going in from my junior into my senior year in college. So I spent, first time I ever went to New York and interviewed, got the gig, and lived there for a summer. And then I graduated and couldn't find a job to save my life because it was 2008, height of the,
Oh, yeah.
height of the recession, and worked at Nordstrom and finally got a gig, temp gig, at Old Navy, then Banana Republic, and all these places. And then 8 months after I graduated college, I got an interview at Levi's, and interviewed there, really meshed well with the designer and senior designer there, and got the gig. And so I was there for 4.5 years. I was focused in women's, specifically the value channel, which is what was sold at Target and Walmart. And yeah, I was there. I loved it until I hated it. It was just a lot of politics and a lot of corporate bullshit.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and I am not one that can navigate those things too well. I very much kind of speak my mind. I show how I feel on my face, you know. Yeah, but you could also, a lot of people would say, well, you just weren't smart. You didn't know how to play the game, you know? and I mean, both can be true, you know? So anyways, I left without anything to back myself up, which is just not what you do, you know? Especially if you need to make your rent and stuff. But I left and then interviewed a few places and got a job offer in New York, and they were going to pay less than what I was getting paid at Levi's, and they weren't going to pay for relocation, and I didn't really want to leave. I wanted to stay in San Francisco. Long story short, I was introduced to a brand who had just done a really big Kickstarter called Gustin. And I chatted them up and interviewed with them. It was more like an informational interview. And then we didn't talk for like a month. And I hit them up and was like, hey, what's going on? Like, you know, and I kind of hemmed and hawed. And I was like, how about this? How about I work for you for free for 2 weeks? And if it goes well, then you start paying me. And if it doesn't, then you didn't risk anything. You know, you don't have to pay me, and I can, you know, say I worked for you for 2 weeks, whatever. Yeah. And they liked the sound of that. And so that's what I did. And then I stayed there, and I was there for 3.5 years. And I did everything from like writing copy for emails to ordering and sourcing like, you know, fabrics and trims and going to the factory and like designing, like, so it was like this hybrid kind of gig, and which was great because I got to wear a bunch of different hats. And then I got laid off, and then I was burnt out. Fashion really burned me out. Yeah. And so I was a project manager for a hot minute for a startup out of San Francisco, and traveling the country, basically setting up Airbnbs for like at scale, like 7 to 14 apartments at a time. Wow. And then they laid off the entire department, and I was like, oh, now what am I gonna do? So I like interned for a hot minute doing leatherworking, and then the pandemic hit, and I was like, okay, now what am I gonna do? So yeah, my partner was constantly, I need new jeans, I need new things. Like, what are you doing? Do the thing, you know? And I was like, oh, with what money, you know? And he was like, doesn't matter, just do it, you know, just do it. And I go, people want to get paid. Like, how do you think I'm going to just do this? But I just got to thinking, and I was like, you know what? I really do want to do this. I've got connections. I have a passion for it. And I started talking about it. And then I started talking about it with friends. And then I started like having friends be like, we believe in what you're talking about, and we want to invest. And I was like, what? Really? Me? Yeah. Like, so yeah, that's how Deco Denim came to be. And it's been a really long time, because as it would turn out, starting your own thing is not only like way more expensive than I thought, but it just takes way longer than I anticipated as well. So yeah, so here I am.
No, that's a fascinating story. Wow, so you have been invested in the denim world, in the world of fashion for quite a long time. And before we get to the next thing, as you were saying, the politics in corporate culture. Trust me, when I graduated, I went to work in corporations, and the corporate politics, I hated it. I hated it so much, and I left after a few months. And I said, I'm not gonna work in corporate politics. And then I started working at a smaller company. Thing is, smaller companies, when they get bigger, they start having politics again. Mm-hmm. So then I left, I opened my own company. Now, I tend to think we don't have politics, but I have expanded in different states, and some of the places, I do know that in my own organization that's happening. And even if I know, sometimes I just pretend I don't, because of the way it's running, and I don't want to again get involved because I have other things to do, certain priorities. So I completely understand what you were saying in terms of the, these large corporations having the politics. And trust me, I'll tell you this. A lot of people would say, oh, you should get through it, or that's a wrong idea. You should not be doing things that you don't like to do. Yeah. And I totally respect what you have done, because you have chosen things that you like and the way you want. And then now with the Deco Denim, now you're literally bringing that to people with your own brand, with your own touch, with your own product. Now, so wow, this is something. Now, starting a business, there is a lot more operational, logistical complexity to it. But let's forget that for a second. So this Deco Denim, what's the idea? Like, what you wanted to bring in? Do you want to bring in like a street fashion or luxury fashion? What's the whole premise?
Yeah, the premise is really focused in the classics, and to a degree, but I'll get to that. So it's all about the classics. For example, when I finally launch jeans and jackets, I'm going to be launching a straight, a slim, and a higher rise straight, which is what I'm wearing now. Okay. And the reason for that is slim and straight, like, have just kind of like been here for ever. Like, they never go away. Sure, maybe like skinny came in and was like big there for a while, but those other two never really went away. So deep rooted in the classics. I don't want to, the biggest like trend type thing that I will do is to maybe incorporate a different type of fabric. Like the chore coat that I'm wearing right now is in this patchwork denim, which, you know, as far as like a like trend, patchwork, quilting, stuff like that has kind of always, not always, but been around for a while, but it may have a bigger peak than another time. So this is probably going to be like the most trendy thing that I do, but it's in a classic silhouette. And I'll do the same silhouette in like denim and like a railroad stripe, which is also very just like old school and deep rooted in classics. So yeah, it's more classic than fashion forward.
Okay, so it's more classic because classic lives forever.
Right.
So, you know, you don't have to worry about what's coming, what's going on. So it's a more stable operation. But then again, you are producing them once the order comes, or you are already mass producing and waiting for the order to come?
No, so what I'm doing is following this kind of crowdfunding method where, like right now, I've got one going on for my indigo knitwear that I've got, and it's going to close here in like 3 days. And so what that allows me to do is I get the orders, get the money, I buy the thing. In this case, it's the t-shirt and sweatshirts, and then I go and I have them custom hand dyed in indigo. And so that takes a little bit of time. It's going to actually take much less time than when I do jeans, for example. And so, you know, it's great because you have a customer that is starting to buy into this idea of slow fashion. The idea that, you know, you can ask the question of, you know, I know where the cotton came from. I know where it was dyed. I know where, you know, like every step of the way, they have the answers to all these things. You can't ask that of most things that people wear every day. Like, you know, so I want people to find those things important, you know? So it's more than just like the clothes. Yes, the clothes are cool and they're gonna be built to last and have a cool look to them and be premium without price gouging. But at the same time, like it's sustainable and ethical, you know? So it's a movement too.
Wow, so many components to it. So first you get the order, so you're not mass producing, and these people, they're invested into it, and you call it the slow fashion. Is that a terminology?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, you've heard of fast fashion, right? Right?
Like
so that's
Zara type thing, right?
the Zara, the H&M, it's just turn and burn, you know?
Wear it once and that's it.
Exactly. It comes down to the price tag, it comes down to how long it actually lasts. And sometimes it lasts way longer than you want it to too, because most of it's made of poly, and poly doesn't break down. So part of the sustainable aspect of Deco Denim is that everything I'm making is comprised of at least, or at most, 90% cotton. So at least 10%, no more than 10% poly. And that is so it can be broken down and recycled when I send it off to the recycling center that I'm sending it to.
Wow, so 90% cotton. And so these people, how do they place an order? Do they go to your website and then they place an order? And how long do they have to wait?
So like the campaign I just ran was for 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks to get people to order. And then at the end of that 2 weeks, then it is 4 to 6 weeks to get their stuff. And I'm just like, it's one of those things where you over promise, under deliver type of thing, or the opposite.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean.
Under
Yeah.
promise and over deliver.
Thank you. A little dyslexia going on. So it will be much quicker than that, but I just want to make sure that, because you never know. Also, that's the other thing that I've learned in this business, is that it takes longer than you expect. So, and so then once it is, in this case, dyed, then I will ship it directly to the customer.
To the customer.
Yeah.
So this is the bigger story that I think we're missing here is, you're trying to. It's a conversation starter. I can go to Bloomingdale's now, Nordstrom now, pick up something. And what would be the conversation if anybody asked? Nobody really asks ever to me what you're wearing. But for anybody, if they ask, that looks good. I'm like, oh yeah, what am I going to say? Oh, I picked it up from Nordstrom. That's not a story. That does not start a conversation. That does not continue that, right? Whereas if I get to say, hey, this is the sustainable movement where I ordered, and then they sourced the cotton and dyed the stuff and sent it to me. It took me a couple of months, but this is what I have. I'm like, whoa, what is that? So that's a social conversation starter, and I think that's a lot better than, I picked it up from somewhere, right? Or fast fashion from Zara or something. How are you going to tell? So this is very. I think. To me, what I'm thinking, you are selling it at a very low price. You should be charging a lot more, at least 5 times or 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, as we were talking earlier, it's kind of all relative, because there are people that all they can afford is to go to, let's say, like Sears to buy Levi's, and so $50 is like the max when you can mostly probably get them for like $34.99. So if you're getting a pair of jeans or looking to buy a pair of jeans from me for $185, like that's wild, right? But there are some people that won't bat an eye at that. But what I will say is that they will last a really long time. And when you start breaking it down to price per wear, and let's say you wear the same pair of jeans for 2 years every day, and you take that 185 and divide that, you're talking a really great value, right?
Yeah. So you can literally wear that for 2 years?
Oh yeah. I mean, especially if you're doing what I do most days, which is a lot of.
Oh yeah, that's all I do. Yeah, behind the computer.
So yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of you're not doing anything that is going to put much strain on them other than sit. And another thing I talk about is how you wash them. And
oh wow.
Yeah.
How do they wash them?
Yeah. So raw denim, you should really wear them for at least 6 months before washing them. Period.
Wow.
Yeah. And when you do need to wash them, I highly recommend that you soak them. You turn them inside out and you soak them in just your bathtub. Add in some really mild detergent and kind of let them, zhuzh them around with your hands a little bit, and just really let them chill for a good at least hour, and then rinse them obviously and hang dry them. If that is just way too extra for you, you can throw them in the washer on cold. Inside out is key. Gotta be
Must be inside out.
Yeah. Okay. And then hang dry them. Never the dryer. The dryer is a silent killer. It is breaking down the fibers in your clothing. And it's good for a lot of things that it is. But for jeans, if you want them to last the 2 years that you can quote me on, then you need to keep them out of the dryer for sure. Okay. But yeah, so it is possible to have something last, and so I think that people can have a better perceived value for something that is maybe a little pricier, but they're also not $300+ like other brands that are out there. And yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of brands that are selling $300+ pair of jeans, and it's I don't know.
And there is no story to tell.
Yeah.
Like I'm wearing that, but what am I going to say? Oh, I was walking through the mall, I saw it on the side, I picked it up for $500, and nobody. But instead, I can tell a story about this whole process. You know, that's better. I think you're giving people an unbelievable deal. But you know, how did you come up with this thing? Like, what's this? Because in Levi, I don't think they taught you how to be ethical and sourcing and all that. They were like, hey, how to make more money, right?
Yeah. How to make more money and remove that back pocket embroidery that you designed, and so you know where this came about. If to give credit where some credit is due, is the crowdfunding idea actually is what one of my former companies that I work for, Gustin, is how they operate. And I started to kind of realize, like, I actually really like this idea. It makes sense, not only like financially for it being any having any risk for the brand, but it makes sense from an production standpoint. You're not making a bunch of stuff that you're just gonna like sit on inventory or have to make it go on sale. And let's be real, a sale price is really just what it should be priced at, in general, because no one's really losing that money. You kind of have that built in. It's baked into like the overall, right? So, it just made sense. And I think that there's something special about someone knowing that what they bought is being made specifically for them,
Yeah, custom made.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I was going to say. Yeah. I don't have anything custom made. I did a couple of those, I don't know whether you know these, some suits, they have these custom made stuff.
Yeah.
But they all make in China. And I got them, I was like, this is terrible, what is this? I thought it's custom made for me, but then I realized this is probably custom made for 1 billion people plus me. So I don't need that, and it doesn't fit also. It's terrible, but you don't know that until you first get into it.
Yeah.
And then actually, I literally, I don't remember many years ago, but I literally waited for 2 months to get it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so because it's custom made, that's how they sell it to you. Right. Whereas you're doing the exact same thing, and people complaining, oh, it's too late. No, this is custom made for you, right? It's supposed to take the time.
Right. Well, and something like what you're describing is you made it sound like it was specifically made to your measurements. Yeah. And so I can see why it might take a little bit longer. But if it still didn't fit, then there's something going on there that's not quite right. But
in terms of the sourcing and that, the whole supply chain process, are you tracking where you're buying, who's doing things, who's sewing the stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. That's so another big thing is that I want everything made here in the U.S. Okay. And what I'm offering currently to date, there's only one fabric that is not that the fabric isn't made in the U.S. and it's the patchwork that I'm wearing here.
Oh, okay. Where is it made?
This one is Thailand.
Oh, it's from Thailand.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This looks good.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
It's a jacquard, so it's like not actually little pieces. It's woven that way.
How much is this?
It's a good question because I'm actually on my 3rd factory, and they're sewing up a sample for me in a couple weeks, and when I get the pricing of what they want to charge me for it, then I'll be able to inform.
So if I want to buy this today, I cannot buy it.
No.
I gotta wait. I gotta be in the wait list, and then you're gonna email me, okay, now you can order 2 weeks timeline.
Yeah.
And I gotta jump into that order. And then you're gonna say, wow, that's a very exclusive thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this is just like the development has taken so long. Like I said, I'm on my 3rd factory, and it's finding the right place that isn't going to, screw me over or gaslight me, or like I have experienced so much in the 2 years that I've been doing this that I'm like, oh my God, it feels like 10. But that's why it's taking me so long to do the jackets and the jeans. But yeah, everything is sourced currently, aside from this fabric, in the U.S. The jeans the cotton is grown in the US. The fabric is woven in the US, and then it's made in LA. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so it's all, yeah, it's very close to home. So I know where the cotton is grown. I actually just reached out to the mill today because I was like, I need you to find out stats for me of like how much water it takes to grow the cotton and how many, you know, bowls or basically like bales of cotton that that you buy, and then how much it takes to make a pair of jeans. And because I'm trying to figure out how much water it takes for a pair of my jeans versus, you know, a company that processes and like does all the hand sanding and everything like that. Because it takes a lot of water to like make the washes and do the sanding and the whiskering if it's not dry, if it's like a wet, I mean, you still have to
What's the
wash it.
difference between the dry process and the wet jeans?
Yeah, so dry processing is like things like the whiskering, you know, you can do, sometimes they do it with like a sandpaper kind of like thing. They do lasers now too. And wet processing, one example is there is this process called PP spray, which is short for like something whatever spray, and it's a chemical that they put down like the front that basically kind of it makes you it achieves like a brighter, more intense like hand sanding. But then you got to wash that off, right? So then you're having to like wash the jeans again, and so yeah, there's a lot of water involved, and then that's not including the cotton to to grow the cotton. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I forget what you even asked me anymore.
No, I'm also lost in the wow. Because I'm thinking some people say it takes like thousands of gallons of water to get the denim at your home.
Yeah.
Wow, but yours is definitely much less, and then so. Wow, so this is so what do we say? Should we call it the sustainable denim, or should we call it like more ethical? The ethical could be on the labor side also, right? So that's
Exactly. Yeah, that is
also into that too.
yes.
Right?
Yeah. That's very much. So I'm going to LA next week actually to go and visit my third and like hopefully like the factory. But from what I've been hearing, this factory is so good, and the sewers have been there for so long because they are treated well, they're paid well, which you don't, like when it comes to factory workers, like, let's be real, like it's minimum wage usually. And in a lot of places I'm finding out, like even the US, that's not even true, So it's important to me that the people that go into creating what I'm trying to sell are treated well, and that I can vouch for it, So
you're creating jobs in America because you're specifically finding factories that have U.S. workers. Wow, that's a wild thing to think about when everybody's made in somewhere else. Right. Wow. So your products are like this is authentic stuff.
You're giving me a lot of credit. I didn't really ever think about it like that. I'm creating jobs, but I mean, I'm trying to keep them here. I'm
creating the demand, right?
Yeah.
If you were like, no, give me the cheapest denim, but it looks good. Like the Zara stuff. When I was in college, that time I used to, get jeans, as you were saying, that from Target, from Zara, whatever, and you can wear them as long as you can, but you cannot wash them. And I always put it in the dryer. So after the drying, it doesn't exist anymore. Right, I don't know what it is, So, but you kind of understand. Okay, then I have to wear this many times, stuff like that. But for your denim, I get it. It lasts for a long time. Starts a lot of conversation. You have the ethical, sustainable side of the things. Now, how about the size inclusivity? What is that?
Yeah. So I have always felt like since my Levi's days that everybody should be able to wear whatever they want, regardless of their size. And a lot of people in the plus size sect is they can't wear everything that they want or anything that they want because it doesn't exist. There's a huge kind of hole in that market. And so, and then if you break it down even further, you are going to be pretty like, it's going to be harder even to find plus size jeans that are made in the US. That is like a very, it's like niche basically, you know? So I wanted to make sure that I can offer my brand to everyone. And initially I wanted to launch with all sizes. And because it's taken me so long just to get through my, size 25 to 44 run, it's gonna have to come a little bit later. But I was always so like stubborn and adamant that like, I don't want it to be an afterthought. This is like, I believe in this. And I've had to kind of let that go a little bit just because like, I can't just sit around and just not launch jeans just because I don't have this portion done. It's going to give me the time to really be able to like work on it and not rush it either because I have very limited expertise when it comes to plus size. I worked up to like size 14 at Levi's in women's, and that's like barely plus size. So so I want to be able, and that's where the 10% poly or elastane comes in because I do want to offer a stretch denim in the plus sizes that I'm offering, and it just in order I've partnered with Cotton Incorporated. They've got this initiative called Blue Jeans Go Green, and you give them all of your like excess scraps or old pairs of jeans, but they have to be at least 90% cotton. And because they recycle it into insulation and then they use it for Habitat for Humanity for houses. So I'm trying to stay within those parameters, but there's so many advancements in stretch these days that it's possible to find something that has that 10% of the plastic, I like to call it, because that's basically what it is.
Wow. So you have just so many stuff you're trying to do with all by yourself. This is like you against the world. Wow, this is crazy. And Habitat for Humanity, where you're the Cotton Incorporated, you're connected to them. So wow, there's just so many different components. Now, in terms of fashion, like, do you have like a signature style that I'm walking down the street, I see, that's Sarah Mattis, I know, right? Is there a signature style or?
I mean, I tend to be pretty like laid back. Like my style tends to be like I can dress somewhat femme on occasions, but I'm mostly like kind of mask. I'm very kind of like a t-shirt, jeans, or in tank top, like I'm wearing my favorite tank top right now that I just wear. It's like
that's also made by you.
No, I wish. But it is indigo. It is indigo. It is indigo dyed. But yeah, I'm very I kind of stick with the classics.
That's general, right? Most people wear that on a day-to-day basis. They're not wearing something those are occasional stuff, those usual fashion brands. So so basically on my day-to-day life, I could be using your things, right? So that's much better. It's much easier for me to think about that. So now let's look at some of the clothes. So today, what you're wearing. So this is also designed by you, the jacket, and anything else.
The jeans I'm wearing are also me.
Also you?
As well. Yeah, I finally got a pair of jeans for me that fit me.
So anybody, any other customer can buy this?
No, not yet. No, it's again that third factory. I'm waiting for them to basically like my pattern is just about there. I actually found an amazing pattern maker in San Francisco. I was like doing pattern making via telephone with my first factory. And I thought, anyways, long story short, I've got an amazing, amazing pattern maker and like master, just like sewer. In general, he makes like $3,000 suits.
Oh, wow.
And I found him because of this fabric. He had the same fabric in a suit jacket in his window. I was walking out from my chiropractor and I was like, and I went and talked to him and I was like, do you do any like consulting? Like, do you do pattern making like on the side? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh God. So he's like the best thing that's like ever happened to this brand. But anyways, long story short, he got my pattern. They're almost done. I'm hoping to launch them just in time for summer when nobody's going to want to buy jeans and jackets. But I was thinking today, actually, as I was getting ready for this, I was like, I could like, it could be funny to like launch it in the summer because it's perfect for, I live in San Francisco and we don't get summer until like the second week of August, So anyways, yes, I brought stuff in.
Sure,
yeah.
absolutely.
Should I break it out? All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start actually, I wanna show these here
Okay.
because I wanna get that wow moment from you.
All right. Okay.
So this is a pair of Slims, and this is raw, meaning that it's not been washed. They actually haven't even been worn.
Wow, she's brand new.
Brand,
Denim.
yeah.
Look at that. Wow. So you reckon? Okay.
Yeah. So this is the selvage ID right here. Are you familiar with
what does that mean?
So selvage is basically, it means like basically like self-edge. So a fabric, when it comes on a roll, it's got to have an end to it that is basically woven in any type of fabric, so it doesn't unravel, right? And so this is done with the white and the red ticking stripe on what is called a narrow good. So fabric, like even this your suit jacket is probably like 60 inches wide, which gets you a lot of things out of it because it's so wide. Well, selvage, if you're lucky, goes up to like 32 inches. So it takes a lot more, and it takes longer even to make it, even though it's shorter. So it's more expensive.
But less waste.
Yeah, it can be. I mean, you'd be surprised if you got like, someone that doesn't know how to like do their tetracene, I like to call it, with their pattern pieces, you can still have waste. But yeah.
Okay. Wow. So this looks like something. Wow. I would love to buy. It's
cool, right?
Yeah. You got the.
And I made the hardware. The hardware is YKK, which a lot of people, I don't know. I think of the Outkast song YKK on my zipper. And then. Designed in the Bay, made in LA.
Oh, wow. Look at that. It's like the Apple thing, right?
Yeah.
The design in California, made in China.
Yeah.
This one, let me see, is there China? Oh, no, okay. Designed in the Bay, made in LA. Yeah, wow. This is perfect. I love it. And let's see the back. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the Deco Denim logo?
Yeah.
Wow, you are gonna be famous very soon.
Oh gosh, Tom.
Okay.
I'd just like be okay with just a few more sales.
I'm definitely sure.
I don't know about famous. So I wanted to show you that.
Okay.
So
this is different.
This is the same exact fabric. That's the same jean, different size, but like look at the wear. I mean, you don't have to touch up there, but like feel how
so
soft.
How is that possible?
You just wear them.
So it becomes this.
Yeah.
How many months would that take?
This is about 7 or 8 months.
On the 7th, 8th month.
Yeah.
And it's just wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's there, and like even the back, like if you look at the back of the knee whiskering, this is.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
So from this, there is no whiskering stuff happening.
Right.
But wow, look at that.
Just from sitting at a computer.
Wow. So you get this, but in 6 months, so it's evolving along with you.
You are creating your own personal wear patterns. Like, you go into a store and you see all that stuff. Like, someone had to create that, and it oftentimes doesn't look kind of appropriate to like the person that's wearing it. Like, you sometimes will see stuff like this, but it's really hitting someone like all the way down there maybe because they're like, shorter or something. But like, it's beautiful.
Wow, so you are creating your own wear pattern.
Yeah.
Through the Deco Denim. This is revolutionary stuff. This is, and you cannot do that. You cannot get that stuff from store, right? You walk into a store, you're not gonna get the salvaged stuff. You're not gonna get your own wear pattern. So this is Can anybody buy this right now or what?
No.
Oh, so.
Like I said, I'm trying as quickly as possible, but like where I'm at in the process is like you're like, but how do you have these? Like my partner is my fit model, and so I make everything. Is actually my my partner and one of my investors. They both wear the same size, and they have been wearing the jeans for me for a while as I try to find a factory that I can. So I'm hoping that I've got the goal of August so that people will have them by the fall when they want to start wearing jeans again. But if I have it sooner, I might just get it out there and see who would want some. But
So that's fine because it doesn't matter. You're a startup. By the end of the year you have it out, and people probably. I think you should do a wish list.
Can
start put that in their wish list.
I've done that with this jacket. It's on my website right now, and it says sold out. But that was only because I wanted to one of these fairs like West Coast Craft or whatever. I wanted them to think I had a little bit more because all I had was the totes at the time. So I put it in on my website. But yes, you can do a notify me. You can sign up on the for my email list, basically. And I actually am going to have a $20 off code just for the people watching the show.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow, look at that.
It's gonna be Tom. I think it's Tom Style. It will be Tom. I was thinking about what I created. It's Tom Style at checkout. Yeah.
Oh wow!
And you get $20 off. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind. This is fantastic. Anything else you have that you want to show?
Okay, so this is my 16-ounce. Which is very heavyweight. You'd be hard pressed to find a 16-ounce hoodie out there right now that is U.S. made, at least I should say. So cotton is grown in the U.S. It's knit in L.A. And then I have it hand dyed by this woman named Chelsea Dennis. She has her own brand called Whimsy Makes. And she hand dyes with natural indigo up in Sonoma County. And everything is shipped out from San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's...
So this is available?
This is available.
Wow, so finally this is available. So people can go to the website, decodenim.com. And then what is this thing called?
This is called the natural indigo dyed vertical.
Or like a heavy sweat.
Yeah. It's a hoodie.
Like a heavy hoodie. Yeah. Okay.
And by the time this airs, because I don't know when it will air, this may not be in the store anymore.
It might be sold out. Yeah. Wow, look at that.
So but I will have other things that will be because we're about to hit summer, you know, and nobody's really gonna want to wear a hoodie. I mean.
Oh, wow, Edwin is now wearing the hoodie, huh? Look at that.
Yes.
A little small, but very comfy. Like the fit. Feels really nice.
It's heavy.
Wow, looks good.
It looks cool.
You can go to like San Jose State wearing this. People,
it feels really good.
And what I love is like if you see like it's not a perfect like straight line. It's you know there's like a little like splotch there on the side, and it's just because it was made by hands. You know, it was made by a human being, and like the back, like I love that.
Oh wow! Now that everyone is wearing it, I like it
It's
a lot.
cool, right?
Yeah, because the art kind of coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's some talented stuff. Wow. You are a talented designer.
I mean, you know, it's just
Plus all the sustainability, all the other things you're bringing in. So this is like too good stuff.
Thank you.
This is we need to get it sold out. Wow, look at what is.
Okay. So this is the long sleeve T-shirt, and I source this shirt, which is basically in the industry called like a blank, which basically means that somebody else made it to their specs, and they make a bunch of them, and then you could just buy them at wholesale. But what's special about this particular one is this is made of Supima cotton. Supima cotton is grown here in California. But then it's sent over to Peru, and it is knit, and it is sewn up in Peru at a fair trade certified factory. And so I'm okay with something being produced outside of the U.S. because it comes with that, tag.
Fair
Like,
trade.
I know it's good, or that everything is being done that is good. And then again, it is sent to Chelsea of Whimsy Makes, and she dyes it. And so I'm doing the long sleeve in the natural, which is what this is, with the indigo horizontally. So it's dip dyed a couple times.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow. Wow. Look at that.
Hey, little did you know that you were going to come into model today.
Ah, and that's why I was like, why are you wearing these shorts? He never wears shorts in the studio. I've never seen him wearing shorts.
But these are teddy fresh too. Got them.
Wow, so he was prepared for this moment. Look at that. This is Edwin's entry into the fashion world, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. But this looks good. This looks very good.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's not like
Is it comfortable, Edwin?
Yeah, it's really comfortable.
Okay.
yeah, that's what Supima cotton is known for, is what they call a long staple cotton, which means that it is not only strong, it's the strongest cotton, but it also lends to a really nice hand feel. So it's just very, very soft, like right out of the bat. Like you don't have to do much of anything to it, and it's gonna last a long time because it's strong. You know, we think of like strength with being like rigid and tough, and and it that's not always the case. Yeah. So that is the long sleeve.
Okay, that looks very good. That's something. Oh my God, I think people would love to buy that. This okay. Oh, now it's the short sleeve. Don't ruin it.
Yeah.
That's
because
okay.
Otherwise, it's gonna be inventory damage.
And then this is the short sleeve.
Oh, this looks very good.
So this
Wow.
is camel. It's a it's a tannish brown. It's kind of got like yellowish undertones, and then it is dyed indigo again at the horizontally on the bottom. But what's cool is that because of the color of the shirt itself, when you dye it indigo, it gets this like kind of like aqua teal kind of color. So it's
This is perfect for summer,
yeah.
right? This is, and people can buy it now.
Yes.
Wow, so this is ready for summer. That's okay. That's the full. Okay, wow. This looks very good. Now, how much does it cost, by the way?
So the T-shirt is
Is it over-
75.
$75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the long sleeve is 85.
You see, because Edwin buy this stuff, I see these people, they buy influencer stuff, right? And these are a couple $100. I think before Christmas, Edwin was telling me he bought like something $150. I'm like, what the hell is that? And this is sustainable stuff.
Yeah.
But is it gonna only last before you wash it, or it's gonna last?
Oh, this is gonna last a really long time.
Oh.
Yeah, the owner of this company, Original Favorites, that makes the T-shirt blanks that I buy, he was talking about how, I think the brand has been around for like 6 or 7 years, and he still has T-shirts from like when they first started the brand.
Wow.
It's the Supima cotton. It's going to last.
Wow, so this is gonna last for a very long time.
Very long time. And the indigo used is natural. It's natural indigo as opposed to synthetic. And synthetic, it uses fossil fuels to be made.
Wow, look at that.
So this is the tote. This is what I launched with, and I didn't launch because I thought, I'm going to launch with a tote bag. I launched because I needed to launch the brand. And so the tote bag was the answer, because I needed something that wasn't going to take forever to develop. I needed something that I could use the denim that will be used with the rest of the brand.
So this is full denim.
Yes, so that's the selvage denim that you felt the jeans. It's the same denim. Again, it's like 100% cotton. The strap is actually webbing that is used for like military belts. If you think of like a military belt with like the buckle, the brass buckle with the 2 pins at the top. So it's very thick, very sturdy, 100% cotton lining on the inside. There's like twill tape lining, making it a clean finish. And what's funny, not funny, but when the factory that cut those, when they cut them, they did a really bad job with fabric utilization. So I was down there and there's these big swatches of fabric that I was like, I'm not gonna just donate that. Like I'm basically like donating money, which is still okay, but like I wanna be a little more inventive. So I had the zipper pouch made out of what was basically waste from the cutting of those.
From the big ones to the small one.
So
wow, let me see. Oh wow, this is like perfect. Does it hold a cell phone?
So here, I wanna show you. So I've been using this baby for
you're also using it yourself?
Yeah.
For how long?
Oh my God, like, I don't know, months now. But I mean, I've got my wallet, I have a notebook, I've got like
so much
CBD
stuff.
balm, a little like brush, like there's so many things. I got my measuring tape. You never know when you need to measure something. But it looks so unassuming and small, but like feel that.
But it holds so many things. Wow, look at that. See, this is because it's stretching and it's becoming your extension over a period of use. So this is Deco Denim. This is fantastic. Wow. Yeah, had I can try on one of these because it's easy for me with no hair.
Here, just unbuckle and
so
slide through.
I think it'll go through because of small head.
Hold on. You gotta fix
the side.
No, you need to adjust it. Your head's not as small as you think.
Wow, I had an accident a couple years ago, and after I couldn't shampoo for quite some time, and then I said, you know what, just shave it, and then it was so convenient. I kept it like this forever. The only person that hates my parents is like, what the hell is this? What are you doing? He looked like some sort of movie villain. What is this? They still have hair. They're like, what?
I've literally wished that, some women do it, but I've literally wished I could shave my head, because it feels like it would be so convenient.
A couple of things. It's very convenient in a number of ways, but the shaving is also maintaining the shave. So before I come on the show, then I gotta clean it up. So that I have to take out the time. Like okay, so that time and then so it requires some preparation. Because if you keep it this way and then but okay.
But you need a hat because you also have to cover it up.
So let's say I'm walking down the beach in summer, my head is gonna boil up. It's over. So I need the denim hat to. So this is one style. Right? This is the.
You need to adjust it, or here we can try a different one.
Let's try the other one.
let's see. I think it maybe not that one. Let me just adjust the back for
all
you.
yours, or
Yeah.
all of them are competitors?
No,
Okay.
they're all me and one collaboration. But all of these are well, I mean, they're all Deco Denim, but
All
this
Deco
one
Denim.
is a collaboration with a brand called Glor, GLOR, and this is Moroccan, like vintage Moroccan fabric.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so he's giving me all of his remnant fabric from cutting of, he does coats as well, and then I'm having it made into hats.
This is the Marrakesh hat.
Yeah.
Right? Is
Yeah.
that good?
Yeah.
Look
Here,
at
try that.
Thank you. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that might be a
It's
little looser.
bigger. Yeah, but like this, huh?
Well, I mean, you turn it into like what do they call that? Like a paper boy hat or a do you know what I'm talking about?
Wow, this is the I don't know what happened to me.
That's all good. All good.
Sorry.
So it's the hat like this one.
Where is the Deco Denim? This side. Okay, I didn't even see that. Okay, look at this.
Yeah.
So Deco Denim, and even this one has it too, or this one? Oh, this one also has that.
Yep. And
How about the? Oh, this one I like the color. This is very good. I like it. Yeah. Right. I like the color. It's. Wow. We need a mirror. You know. Oh wow. Wow.
See, so I got-
This is fantastic.
So this is the dad hat. I mean, I wouldn't. I have not worn it with
Fully
the
matched.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine with the tote bag?
And
Like
it's a tote bag. Wow. This is perfect.
that's a little too much for me. But yeah, I love this hat because I don't know. There's many days that I just get up and I'm just like, oh, I'll take a shower, but I don't feel like doing the hair, and I'll just put on the dad hat. And
This is perfect.
It's
actually,
lined.
with the jacket.
do you really?
It's a combo.
It's a good
perfect.
combo?
It's a perfect look.
Extra
I
a little
mean, that's gonna be more expensive.
a little
It's not
more.
style endorsed outfit.
A little, you like more is more, huh? With you, but it's lined with chambray, and it's got a 100% cotton sweatband. This is made in Southern California. It's handmade. They even shape the hat after they sew it all together. And I visited that factory, and everybody looks happy and like awesome.
LA, everybody's generally happy, or maybe not. Because I went to school at USC, so I got to see the LA, but some parts of LA people are happy, some parts people are really unhappy. but LA has that fashion flavor. Plus San Francisco has that, right? But over here in this side of the valley, I think nobody has fashion idea. You were the #1 person, like you were on the top list,
Oh my
celebrity.
gosh. I don't know
designer.
about that. I mean, but even San Francisco, I mean, like you go to New York, for example, and holy smokes, like, but I'm trying. Like, I want a little bit of flavor. Here, let me help you. So
Oh wow!
what you
that's
want
good.
to do is like, that's why I think it should be adjusted a little bit, but we want you to bring it down. Like, do you see how I was wearing it? Like, it's like,
Oh, it's supposed to be like.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's called a dad hat.
Oh, this,
It's okay. I won't be hiring you anytime soon to model hats, but that's okay.
that's modeling.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
This is. Yeah, this one should look good on. Oh wow.
And
That one is better. Certainly, this is #1 with the outfit. This is #2, but it has this
there's
this
still
LA tourist vibe. So you wear that, I'm like, she's a tourist visiting LA. She watched the Miley Cyrus Party in LA song 12 years ago, or whatever years ago it was. Yeah, this is wow. This is you're.
It's fun. Like it's casual, but there can be a little flair to it, Or maybe you just want something just like nondescript and gonna go good with like a t-shirt. And I mean, these would go good with a t-shirt as well, but like maybe you're just not feeling very, like you want a lot of flair. But
No, but that's very good. And these are all sustainable, or the hats are non-sustainable stuff?
No, I mean They're still sustainable.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
wow.
because like the scraps left over I'm donating. Like this one is basically big swaths of what would be considered scraps that is being repurposed into a hat.
Wow.
Yeah, there's.
Wow, this is something, you know. So we got the T-shirts, we got the hoodies, we got the hat, we got the tote bag, we got the small bag, the pouch, we got the jeans. You got everything, pretty much everything.
I got. Yeah. There's a lot
And
of
the
stuff.
boots, the shoe coming in later in the winter,
Wait.
or later next year. Do you also have accessories and stuff for Deco Denim?
I mean, this is the closest, and the
This is-
tote
this is-
bag
okay.
is the closest to accessories that
Okay.
I've gone into. I'd like to try my hand at some like leather, like belts and stuff like that. I think would be cool. But you know, I can only do. I'm handing off and going to start sampling an apron. You know,
Like the Kanye West?
like for cooking or
Oh,
for a server or a hairdresser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody has gotten into that fashion actually.
There's quite a few of them out
Okay,
there actually, in denim. But like, you know, it's just it's another thing that is like relatively easy to develop, but will
Yeah.
still add newness and is like utility. Like there's purpose to it. You can use it and it will last forever. My dad is like, when are you gonna make the apron? Because he's got this apron that he's had for like over 20 years.
Okay, we got these are some amazing stuff. What's your next strategy, next plan for the startup? Like, are you raising funds, or you don't want to go into the corporate funding? You want to focus on the crowdfunding stuff.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where I did enough. You know, like I did friends and family.
Yeah.
And I did it for equity too. And I mean, I want some more money.
Yeah,
but I also don't want to give away too much of my company.
Too much of the equity.
Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, I'm trying to just like scrape it together and start spreading the word, you know?
Yeah. Because it's gonna get popular. Once it gets popular, then you have the cash flow coming in because people are already ordering things, and you can sustain it yourself.
Yeah.
And with too much, because you don't want unethical stuff. You don't want that, too much pressure, let's make it all in China, bring it here. No, you want to be US made or fair trade certified places, or the authenticity of things.
Yeah.
So it's good for the environment, good for the economy. It's ethical. Wow, what is wrong with these things? Everything is so right. I'm like,
There's got to be something wrong. No, I mean the thing that is like wrong is that maybe like you can't get it right away, you know, and people are going to be a little bogged down by that. Like maybe you have like something an event that you want, you know, like or a vacation that you want something for. But it's worth it, and it's like getting a present in the mail. You know, like you know, after a few weeks, you forget about it, and then all of a sudden it's there. You know, so and it's made ethically.
And all the things you get. Wow. So this is I love it. And wow, this is such a sacrifice. You took from the corporate life. Now you're fully focused in this venture and this journey. This is commendable. As a woman entrepreneur. In the tech valley, but I think these products are going to be super successful because looking at it, I'm like, okay, I can definitely wear that. I would love to wear that. This is and it's reasonably priced and it lasts for a very long time, right? So this is fantastic. Now, anything else you want to tell your customers? Anything else you want to tell them that? Okay, when to buy or how to do any of that?
By the time this video is out and a campaign is closed and maybe it says like, sold out, I will be redoing the short sleeve shirts for a while. So click that, notify me, sign up for my email list, please. I will only be sending out 2 to 3 emails a month. I'm not trying to spam people. Included in those emails are going to be like, discounts, like the $20 off that I'm going to offer for your viewers.
For my,
So look in the description for that. But I'm pretty sure I said it at Tom Style, just in your checkout. And follow me on Instagram. You could follow me on TikTok, but I don't do anything over there. And yeah, the email list is also going to be great because I'm going to be sending out kind of like blog style. The difference between natural and synthetic indigo, and how much water it takes to make a pair of jeans and things like that. I've got another one in the works about like the history of jeans in general, and how indigo specifically was something that was brought over from slaves in Africa. These women that knew how to do this art, and how you learn about, like, I forget her name, I don't even want to mention her name even if I knew it, but like there's this white woman that always gets credit as this botanist that invented indigo in the US or brought it over, and it's like, no. So things like that. I want to be like kind of educational as well and teach people things that maybe they want to hear about, or maybe they didn't know about.
They didn't know.
Yeah.
Also things people don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, like those are my shout outs. Follow me.
Wow. So do they also DM you on Instagram and stuff?
Yeah, you can DM me. Yeah, you want to chat? Like, let's chat.
Oh, okay, that's okay. But look, for mass stuff, you should be signing up for her email, right? To get into the email list, get the information, get to know the things, and then the time you want to buy something, boom, put it in the checkout. A couple of weeks later, you have it.
You got it, yeah. And decodenim.com.
Decodenim.com. You got the perfect name.
I know.
Decodenim.com.
I mean, someone else had it. I had to buy it. Let's be real, but that's fine.
Wow. That's I have done that many times, and I got addicted to it. But every time I say last time, this is the last time I'm touching. And again, I keep on doing it. This is an addiction, but for you, Deco Denim, this is staying forever.
Yeah.
So this, hopefully, viewers, get addicted to your products.
Yeah.
That's the addiction we need. But thank you, thank you, Sarah. You are absolutely amazing, and people are gonna love it. This is unbelievable. And thank you guys. Please do subscribe. Please get on the email list and start ordering some Deco Denim. Decodenim.com. All right, thank you.